Hi everyone, so I just thought make a quick video just to showcase some of the presets which are available on my new preset pack called Bristol Bass Essentials, which will give you what I believe is the sound of Bristol drum and bass, at least in terms of the bass sounds. So the best way I thought to showcase this is to actually show you a project in which I'm using some of the sounds. So starting from here, you can hear, let me just stop some of this. Right, there we go. So from the get-go, you can hear I've got the spat sound right there. This is called Wavetable Pad Tune. That's the sound of it. I'm using a chord device just to give it a little bit of thickness, but you can hear it's a very nice evolving sound. I'm just going to play you just a couple of keys so you can hear it. If I take the chord device, it sounds like this. There you go. So it's got a lot of movement. This is one of the things I've been playing around with, just adding a lot of movement onto the vast majority of the presets, as you can see here. And also I've got another lovely kind of playable sound here, which is the keys plaque, also made in Wavetable. And in this one I was looking to get something that sounds a little bit like Boards of Canada, something that sounds a little bit like lo-fi. So hopefully you guys can appreciate that. Let me just play you what the sound sounds like. Right, so it's got like a little bit of flavor. You can hear it's got that sort of drifting going through it, and together with the pad sound, sounds like this. Let me put the chord back up. With the drums and all, right? And of course, let's not forget about the bass sounds. I've got 4 different bass sounds here that I created. Some are made with Operator and some as well made in Wavetable. So I'm just going to play you a little bit of what they sound like. This is one, which is quite a deep sort of repetitive kind of, it's called bass movement hold. So you can hear this kind of like really lovely sort of grit. It's got a little bit of kind of like pitch bend going through it as well, right? So it's got a little bit of portamento going through. Also this one here, lots of noise as well. There's a lead sound with kind of like a noisy kind of texture and plenty of movement through it. If you play much lower, sounds much cooler as well. Right, this one here as well, that's called the Operator Sab. It's got a little bit of slightly more movement to it. Right, so hopefully you can hear that. And this one here as well, I'm just gonna play you. This is one of my favorite ones. It's called the Growl. So played around with it, and it sounds a bit like this. So in fact, all these presets I created, I explored adding fatness onto them. So what you're hearing, basically, I'm not using effects per se. I want to keep them raw so you guys can make the most of them. But let me just play you what it sounds like in a track, right? So let's have a listen. So you're gonna hear these 4 sounds interpolating from one to the next. And remember that I'm only showcasing just a few presets here. There's more in the pack if you fancy. So let's have a play. So you can hear they work quite nicely together, sort of bundled up, right? So it's quite nice sort of feel. They complement each other nicely and definitely gives you that sort of like low end grit. They all have a lot of power to them, right? So that was the main goal when I was creating these presets, right? So they're actually presets that I use in my tracks as well. So not only I created some from the scratch, but I also incorporated some of my own creations that I use in my music. The other presets that you're about to hear, like this one, these are slightly more savvy and round kind of sounds. So this is a bit like a unison type sound, but I'm basically focusing on that sort of nice resonant sound. And in fact, this is actually called bass resonant, as you can see there. So this is the bass resonant preset. So there's a total of 20 presets in the pack, and this one here as well is another one I created with Wavetable. This is the lead movement. Again, all of the presets are making use of the filters just to give them a little bit of extra oomph, right? And plenty of modulation through as well. And obviously I'm using unison to give the sounds a little bit of thickness. Let me just play you what that sounds like in context. And then obviously I've got this other sound as well, which is the pad tune, which I used before. There's another pad in the pack, which I haven't used in this particular example, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of context. So again, let's have a play. So you get this really nice, lovely rumble as well, as you can hear. And let's have a listen to this other one as well. So this is a variation with a different sort of bass pattern. So let's have a listen to that. So on chords. There you go, guys. So I just thought I'd give you a quick example on some of the presets and the sounds that you can get out of them in context with a track. So if you have any questions about the preset pack, you know where to find me. Feel free to email me, of course, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, get in touch.